Okay, okay. How far am I willing to go for a joke? Um, this is something that not a lot of people know about me. At least not at first. They find out very quickly that I will go very, very far for a joke. Like, you would be surprised about how far I can go for a joke. Or how far I will go for a joke. I learned how to play the ukulele for a joke. I learned how to psychoanalyze people for a joke. I learned how to psychoanalyze people. I learned psychology for a joke. I I did my hair up in like the middle of the head ponytail, sticking straight up in the middle of town in the middle of winter in December in on Christmas in Town Square up in Cleveland at the light show. I nearly got frostbite on many parts of my face and could have actually ended up in the hospital for a joke because I thought it was funny. I spent an entire 4.5 months. I spent an entire 4.5 months convincing a girl who was in 3 out of 5 of my classes that I was a serial arsonist because I thought it was funny. I spent an entire year in Spanish class. I spent an entire year in a Spanish class that I hated to learn one phrase. No me gusta nada la clase de español. I don't like Spanish class. I do not like Spanish class. I convinced an entire classroom of 22 people that I was a Russian spy for no particular reason other than that I thought it was funny. I grew a ponytail because I thought it was funny. I grew a ponytail because I thought it was funny. And it was. And I'm growing it back because it looks pretty flippin' awesome. Well, I'm probably growing it back. We'll see how the whole hair situation goes up. Yes, I'm shaving the sides because this. I'm sorry that caught me off guard. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you that story of I'm gonna tell you the story of how I convinced a girl that I was a serial arsonist in 11th grade and 12th grade. I'm pretty sure she still believes that I'm a serial arsonist. I'm a pretty good I think I'm a good person. I've been told I'm a good person, so I'll take people's word for it. I don't know, but still, I just try my best to make sure that people are happy. But which is the only reason I watch these videos, or that I make these videos, because it makes like 3 people happy, and that makes me happy, and yeah. Anytime that she was around, I would just act really rambunctious and energetic, and like crazy eyes, because I'm good at doing crazy eyes. Apparently, it's harder to tell on video, but I'm pretty dang good at doing crazy eyes. My eyes are on fire now. There's wind is like a gentle breeze is blowing directly into my face, and that was pain. But so this one girl comes up, asked me about a knife that she wanted to buy because I make knives, and she wanted to buy this knife from this one website, and she was asking me about it. Like, is this a good price for this? Should I just look somewhere else? And like I was, giving her all the explanations and all that stuff, and she got curious about like, what did people use this for way back when? I'm like, stabbing people. And then the girl, as I say that, like we're talking relatively quietly until I say stabbing people. The one girl looked up to me, like I noticed this out of the curl of my eye, the corner of my eye, that this girl like shoots her head over to me and like. And then, like, looks back over, and then she, like... And, I noticed this. And I noticed this, and I immediately begin to make more jokes like that. I start acting crazy and rambunctious and energetic and like ramping it up as we're talking about knives, and like this girl is just like, she's like trying to do. I'm good at math, so oh God, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, I finished my I almost always finish my work early because I'm good at math. Um, um, yeah, I'm good at math. So I would finish my me and the other person. I would help the other girl out with math. So she'd have her stuff done. I'd have my stuff done, and then we would just talk because we're bored. So as we're talking, I'm like ramping up my levels of insanity, and then like I'm catching out of the corner of my eye her just going as she's doing her work, and like, and like slowly getting more and more uncomfortable, realizing that she's got in her mind a possible murderer and or serial arsonist in her classroom right now, sitting less than 10 feet away from her. So as this went on throughout the year, I realized she was in two more of my classes. She was in 3 of my classes, 3 out of 5 of my classes, and I'm noticing this. And anytime, and she sits relatively close to me, like within earshot most of the time. If I talk at a normal level, she's within earshot. So like this is actually the normal level that I speak. I'm a loud person. Why? I have tinnitus. Also, my family is half German, half Italian, so you can imagine how that goes. If you think I'm loud, you should meet my mom. I don't care about your stupid Facebook post. Leave me alone. I don't even go on Facebook. What was I saying now? Yeah, so at like normal speaking levels, we would talk. I'd be talking, and then when I noticed that she was listening, and being nosy, because she was one of those gossip girls, I would slowly ramp up the amount of insanity that I was doing when I was talking to people. You know, all the people that I was talking to like this, never let them in on the joke. Why? Because it makes it that much better. The only thing better than having one long-standing joke, one long-standing, never-ending joke, is never telling anyone else that you're doing the joke. So they just don't understand what's going on. Yeah, as we're reaching the end of the year, work basically stops at that point. We don't have to worry about it anymore. All the major tests are done. And the tests are really the only thing that matter in American school system, in the American education system. Tests are the only thing that matter. So we finish up all the tests, and there's basically no more work to do. So we're all just talking and having fun and doing all that stuff. The math teacher just kind of let us do things. Yeah, so we're talking, and like we're all having conversations and playing games and all that different stuff. And we were talking. Three of us are talking in a circle. Like me, one friend, this girl who I'm also friends with, and then she's friends with that girl. So she was coming over here because she was bored, and I guess having me in a conversation makes things more interesting. She came in, and we're going around like, what does it look like what does it look like I do for fun? What does it look like I do for fun? What does it look like I do for fun? I was like, I'm like, you look like you're the guy who looks like for fun, he gets drunk, and then jousts with ATVs and broomsticks. You look like the person who, who secretly draws fanfics about, like, we're trying to make it funny. Like, you look like the person who secretly writes fan fiction about your friends, and then tells absolutely no one about it. And then and then you look like that one person who spends way too much time looking at acrylic nails in Walmart. And stuff like that. And then we were going around, and then it finally got to her and what I look like I do for fun. And she goes, "You look like you set things you look like you set random buildings on fire for fun." I'm like, "Do I now?" It was great. Like, beheading random wild animals with axes. I don't do that, by the way. Antlers and femurs from dead ones on the side of the road is fair game. I do not behead animals. Like, she thought that I did all these wild and just absolutely insane things. And the entire time she was saying it, I was bawling on the floor laughing. Everyone else was, like, super confused. My one friend who knew me for a few years, he was like, he knows exactly what I'm doing. He knew exactly what I was doing. I didn't let him in on it. He knew what I was doing, because he likes to do the same thing. And he was just, like, watching me on the floor, like, peeing myself laughing so hard. And then he's dead. He, like, walked away and then was, like, dying in the corner for a while. And then those two were just confused. Well, she was kind of giggling. She was very confused. They were both very confused, but one of them was giggling, which it brought me confidence. I don't know if it brought me confidence. So, yeah. I like making people laugh. I like making people feel good. It's great. Like, mentally, mentally feel good. I hear those ducks again. I hear them. Just because you go the other way doesn't mean I can't hear you. But, yeah, and that was everything that went on for the next week. It did not help during this one, I was, like, trying to convince her that I'm actually I'm actually not that bad of a person, and I'm one of the sanest people that I know. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, convince her that I'm a normal person. A normal person. As normal as the all-American Viking boy could be. The all-American jack of all trades can be. And it didn't really help that during this one Uno game that we were playing, I got a really, really good hand. We were playing with double decks, and I got two color switches. I got two color switches, 3 plus 4s, and the rest of them were just plus 2s. It was the best deck ever. That game lasted for a solid 15 minutes. I won, but the entire time I was just laughing my brains out like an insane person. Like, like that was the entire 15 minutes of the whole thing, and like everybody was looking at me like, "Oh my gosh, what did you get?" And they're like, I'm like slapping down color changes and plus 4s and plus 2s and stuff. And like, what are you picking up? And I'm like, and then the game ends, and then I go to everyone, I smack the table, and I stand up, and I'm like, all that I got were plus 2s, plus 4s, and color switches. And they go, what the heck? It was the best. But we were also playing with the one girl, and the entire time she was watching me like giggle like a maniac, and I'm giggling like a maniac, and she has no idea what's going on, And, like, everyone else is, like, 2 or 3 people are dying. There's, like, 7 people in this game, by the way. There's, like, 2 or 3 people are, like, dying laughing, just watching me, like, go lobster-faced at my hand of cards. And then, like, the one girl is looking at, like, 2 or 3 people are looking at me like I'm absolutely insane. And then a couple of people are just like, yeah, this is just what he does. Pick up 4. This is what we were doing. It was amazing. It was amazing. It hurt my brain. Ow. My mashed potato hair is my mashed potato hair. It acts as cushion. It's good. It's good. What is the loneliest number that you'll ever do? I could not convince her that I was a normal person again. Which, in all honesty, I'm fine with. For 4.5 months of work, I'm pretty happy with my results. Yes. Crusade.